Well, we've got the green light. It's a few minutes after 3 o'clock, so we will get the meeting started. We've taken roll. Everybody's passing around the sheet. We have no guests. And the first thing, need to approve the agenda. Everybody should have a copy in front of them.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Bush, seconded by Markham to approve the agenda. All in favor say aye. All opposed, like sign. We've approved the agenda. No public comments. The next thing, everybody should have a copy of last month's meeting minutes on the second page there.
Motion to approve.
Got a motion by Markham,
Second.
second by Bush to approve the minutes as printed. Any correction or additions? Not seeing any. All in favor of approving say aye. All opposed, like sign. We have approved last month's minutes. We have no unfinished business. And I will let Miss Carolyn catch up, and then Benton can update us on what's been going on.
I'm caught up.
All right.
Yeah.
great. Yeah, we've, let's see, we got our mowing going, and then everybody's in their second round right now, so that grass has really been growing good with all the rain we've had, so, we've had a few storms to, give us a little aggravation too, but we've got all that cleaned up for the most part. And our paving's going pretty good. The rain messes the paving up really bad because we spray that oil to do our chip seal, and if it gets rained on, turns brown, runs off the road. So we need sunny, warm weather for that to work the best. We can get it to work sometimes without the sun, but
You got a month of May, you ain't had many days.
no, it really needs the sun and warm weather to set in there and do right. We've started out to do all of Fountain Grove Road this year. That's about 8 miles, and I think we might have about 4 or 5 of it done now. Does that sound right, Joe?
About right.
I seen them hammering out there yesterday, back road.
And so we got a little more than half of that left to go, and the main reason I wanted to do that road is so we could use up all of our money from this FY. And we're within 2 or 3 loads of oil of finishing up without any money for this season. So that's what we want to do. We want to spend our money where it needs to go. Our next round of money will be coming up in July 1st when the budget gets approved. So we've also done a little hot mixing around the county on our subdivisions that we've been saving up for years to do it. It takes a lot of money. We've Richland Hills is one of them. We've the part that first phase was done back in the 90s, late 90s. Hadn't had anything done to it since then, so we put a top on it. And let's see, we went to Wright Road and Country Air Lane, and they're working on it today, and they should be finished with it by that day's end. Our cold mix that we're doing, oh yeah, we're going to do Willowbrook while we're going too. But we'll have to wait till next year's money comes in to do that. But
Yeah.
we're going to probably do that and get a little late bill in or something maybe on that. But
Willowbrook Drive.
Willowbrook, the golf course out there.
Well, we had to replace them big cross drains.
Yeah, that caused us some troubles, and that subdivision hadn't had anything done to it since the
Is it
90s either. So
Probably this is just built probably, yeah.
yeah, so it's 30-something years old, and it's just cracking up. If we can fix it now, or let it go another year or two and let it fall all to pieces and cost more to fix.
If you look on subdivision, you hot mix them now, they'll be good for
Oh, yeah, that'd be good
30.
for a while.
35 more years. So yeah.
I know Country Air Lane hadn't been done since mid-90s, so it's probably the oldest one we're doing. But and then, like I say, it'll get done today. It connects to a Wright Road, and we went ahead halfway down Wright Road. Wright Road's probably about a half a mile road, maybe just a little over a quarter, or a little less than a half. So we went ahead and put a top on it too. So our coal mix stuff, we've got several little tiny roads we want to do, and we're going to try to get those done this year. But we wanted to do a longer road so we can make sure we got all our money spent for this season, this FY. So as soon as we get that done, and we'll stay on, and no matter what, we'll stay on Fountain Grove till we get it finished.
And Tom Johnson.
And Tom Johnson. And then we got some subdivision roads, some old subdivision roads we're going to coal mix that haven't had any. Coal mix roads went out of style back in late 80s or early 90s, and some of those hadn't had anything done to them either. So
Is that Commodore Drive and Volunteer Drive or whatever?
we're going to try to do that one. We got a bunch of them to do, and I don't know if we'll make it to that one or not, but we'll try.
Andy Lane, Red Oak.
Red Oak, yes.
Parker Road, there's Park Creek Estates is what it used to be.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough. That's
So,
over in
But
Arliss'
those are a little
neighborhood.
bit higher priority than.
So it was in the 90s when they started making them.
Yeah,
hot mix.
started to using hot mix. Yeah, before then they could do tar, and I think Cambridge Estates. I was involved in building that road, so I think it was the last road they allowed to have tar and chip on. And I can't remember when that was. That was in either the late 80s or early 90s. Done that for Teal. I can't think of his name, but
What was that road?
Cambridge Estates.
Cambridge Estates. That's right. Thank
South
you, Joe.
Cat Creek.
Thank you, Joe. And that's all I really got. Those mowers are all doing really good right now, and saying that means we've got a 2 or 3, and we've got 1 or 2, not 2 or 3. We've got 1 or 2 that we can use for backups, and we're probably going to have to buy a new mower this year. And I want to buy another one like we got the last time, different brand, but the same concept. I think they do. Yeah, they do so much.
For the first time.
They do so much better and quicker than a tractor does. No clutching, it's hydrostat. So, but
Well, like we talked about before, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you got a machine that's built to that job instead of a tractor that you're.
yeah, it's built from the ground up to do mow ditches. So
Yeah,
it
where a
just
tractor
doesn't-
is made to do something else, and then you throw a mower on the.
Hey, you can imagine
Side up.
clutching for every mailbox and speeding up and slowing down for every mailbox. It's just,
Does that arm go up too?
oh yeah.
So you can cut back with it too?
All we got's 30 foot.
30 foot.
So
And you can sit in one lane and mow the shoulder with it.
I've got to decide whether to pick between one of those or another side mower. I got the side mower that's wore out. It's got 10,000 hours on it, and it's done amazingly well. But if I can get another one like we bought last time, we can put it out by itself to help more or less put a fourth route, and this guy would go out and help the ones that get behind or catch up.
Yeah.
Maybe even it would be nice to have one just to mow out the picnics with, because sometimes those picnics, we're in the wrong part of the county when the picnic comes up. So, we're looking at ways to make that a little more efficient where we don't get behind. But that's about all I've got. I guess Joe.
You got anything, JoJo, or?
No. been paving and
We can talk about Ogles a little bit, maybe.
Hmm?
We can talk about Ogles a little bit, maybe.
you know more about that than I do.
We've got Ogle Cemetery Road we were gonna fix it's got 6 culverts laying in there and they stop up every time it rains, and we're going to replace them with a box culvert. It's getting where it's dangerous for the school bus to cross it, so they say, but we got we got to line up a crane, line up this, and find time to do it, and
Do it when it's dry.
Dry.
and have it
do it when it's dry. So it's gonna be a little bit aggravating to get it done, but we've got that on our mind. And it's coming pretty quick if it just dry up a little bit. So
What is that area now?
Ogles,
cemetery.
Ogles. Ogles
That's the one you're
Cemetery.
gonna, people can't,
Mhm.
We'll put a box
That
culvert.
ground will dry up for 2 days in middle of August, and then it'll be wet again for the rest of the year.
Well, if we can get it where the water's not running down that creek, and make it a whole lot
Yeah, it does
easier
stop
to
raining.
do. We're gonna have to build a temporary road around it, 'cause there's no way in or out.
and that's the one that's just a dead end, yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a lot involved. But anyway, that's about all we got, I guess, eh?
You got anything, Arliss?
No, sir.
But you, Jeff?
Everything been going good on my side. Everything ain't been telling.
They ain't been telling you.
Mhm.
That's what it is.
You got anything, Miss Carolyn?
Well, I'm still getting out and riding around, and every time I stop, somebody stops me. What are you doing? But anyway, I'm enjoying it, and I think we'll always have needs for paving spots. They just pop up, don't they, JoJo?
We got a lot of rain.
Yes. And I think y'all are doing a wonderful job. I know y'all are gonna come down.
We was looking at a lot of edges, road edges too, that need to be widened a little bit.
Yeah. Several.
What road was that?
Just
One of them was Swan Road. It's got a shoulder 8 off on it pretty bad.
That road right there is
Duncan Road's got a spot or two that's pretty bad.
Well, and these others too, like Schaefer, and of course, the Shelton Town Road.
Which one has the 18-wheelers run down it? Schaefer?
Yes, yes.
that's the problem. Like I say, most of these roads weren't designed for the traffic, and I'm just guilty, and the size of trucks and the volume of cars, they weren't designed to do what we're putting on them now.
These 18-wheelers, whenever there's something going on the interstate, they're wearing Matt's Hollow
You
out.
ain't kidding, buddy. They ditching out there.
They
for-
ditching.
Yeah.
when they're making that turn off of Matt's Hollow on the Fair Hill.
Oh, I bet.
And they're starting to get on Rick.
Ricky
Oh,
Haley,
huh?
Ricky Haley there.
No, that well, Kiss my.
Tennessee Hills.
No, when you're coming off on the Fredonia, not Rigney, Palmer. Well, good night.
The shortcut between Old Woodbury Highway
And Fredonia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Matt's Hollow, isn't it?
No.
I know what you're
Road
talking
Doug
about.
Aaron lives on.
Yeah.
Gowan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night. All of us had that brain thing, didn't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, they're starting
Yeah.
to. They're starting to
That's
line
the-
up in there, and they're
that's-
putting Ben Longman in out there, and now they're.
That's the problem is when you block up 41 or the interstate there, that's the only. I mean,
But yeah, they use 53 Rigney Road, Old
That's what-
Woodbury, and then Gowan over to Fredonia, back to Matt's Hall.
that's what one night we were coming back from Lebanon. This is back in the winter. My wife was behind us. I was with mom and dad, and we caught up and was, we called her real fast and said, get off if you can. She got off, and of course that's the way she had to go. She went, got down, took Matt's Hollow and cut through, and she beat us home.
Well, they're
So,
mashing them shoulders down.
If they ever get the 105 bridge open, that'd help that some, won't it?
yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Well, see, and a lot of times they had a wreck out there today, I reckon. And
Yeah.
that's where all the backup 380 today, 41,
It's rain
son.
nearly every day out there.
That 41 was a mess today, where that's coming off.
Yeah, we seen it.
How much do they lack on the, Busy corn.
Probably another year.
that's what, I didn't know what the,
I saw the sign the other day. I wanna say
August
it
is
said
when it's
fall
supposed-
of 25.
August was whenever it was, you
so
know,
it's supposed to be done.
It's supposed to be done, yeah.
I think they're on schedule. I think they'll have it
Yeah,
done.
it should, so it should be
because they getting ready for more
next
concrete
3
here.
months, 4 months.
Yeah, they're fixing, they've been, yeah.
Another one needing to mention right quick before we quit is Pleasant Knoll Road. We got a grain dealer out there that needs his road fixed, and we're got a little plan together on it, and we're working on it too. So
No road,
Pleasant Knoll.
Pleasant.
Is
Yeah.
that out towards Rock Road or?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in that vicinity.
It's
Between Rock
going
Road,
from
between Rock
them-
Road and the county, from,
From Harold to Rock Road or all the way to the county line?
Oh, I don't know about that.
From Harold.
From Harold to the county line?
Well, from Harold,
I mean Harold to
To
Rock
Hi-
Road.
back to Ramsey's.
yeah, to Hicks.
While we're out there working on Fountain Grove, we're gonna try to ease over and patch on that,
Yeah, there's a lot-
fix it best we can.
There's a lot more traffic there than there used to be, yeah.
Yeah, he's
What
got,
is the name of that road, sir?
Pleasant
Pleasant
Knoll.
Knoll.
his granary's
Yeah, I've
busy.
got that,
Yeah.
but you said you was gonna try to get over there and work on another one.
Oh, while we're on
Harold.
we're on Fountain Grove now, so
No,
that's pretty close to Pleasant Knoll. We'll
Nick.
just-
Nick Carroll, yeah.
Cause I know it, that's right, that's Smith Green out there.
Smith is on Fountain Grove.
Smith's on Fountain Grove, and the Nick built one over on Pleasant Knoll,
And there's a lot of traffic.
yeah.
He's got some big old bends out there.
Already sort of made a wide spot in the road there.
Yeah.
I guess we've already had to build and
That's what we gotta
getting
fix
in
it.
and out. Yeah.
We gotta add on to that a little
Yeah.
bit. Are we going to?
Where the big trucks you were talking about
Mhm.
come off of Blanton's Chapel
Mhm.
from, I think it's George Dickel.
Mhm.
Yeah. So they'll come on in there, right there at Schaefer,
Off of P Ridge.
and then they'll go on through Schaefer and cross over to Sheltontown Road. See, all that big over there. So that's some bad effects on that one.
They just fixed about 6 spots out there on Norton and
Okay,
uh,
I just go
we
through
were
there
just
too.
talking Schaefer.
Oh,
Oak Hill,
no,
Schaefer, does that run from P Ridge to Oak Hill?
Yes.
Yes, because the school bus turns it in
yeah. Okay, you fixed the spots.
on Norton and Schaefer.
Okay.
Some had to have some 5x9, some had to have Crusher Run.
Well, there's some pretty good spots there where they have to turn in.
Yeah.
there's
Okay.
a lot of people, they don't understand that the county roads ain't like the interstate. Or 41, or any of these big,
This would be a good time for a milk hauling story, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I talked to one day,
Changing the subject a little bit, have they done anything on their subdivision resolution or whatever they're gonna do on their planning commission?
I think they got it switched over to 5 acre lots and
5 acre lots, and they're still, I
Yeah.
reckon it's still on the floor, and still in discussion about the roads and the water stuff, but I don't know, you know, where it's proceeding, but they got the 5 acre,
well, see, that 5 acre was on the books a long time ago, they just
Right.
kinda.
but the roads,
fell off of it.
you know, they, again, there's I guess there's a resolution or something, you know, has to be on a 50-foot right of way and a 20-foot surface and all that. And some water, there's one dealing with the water too, but
Now, like, if you've already got acre tracts, you can build on them, can't you?
Yeah.
But if
If you
you're
already
opening
got 'em.
another subdivision or whatever, or
you've gotta get a variance,
Yeah.
you'd have to get do something.
gotta be a 5 acre tract or whatever. But if you've already got an acre and it's got a house deeded on it or whatever, and you wanna build another one, tear that down or whatever, I reckon you're.
But that, I can see where the 20-foot
All right.
minimum, I mean, you get
Mhm.
an 18, 19-foot surface, or even a 20-foot's bad enough, meeting, you know,
Yeah.
2 cars, you know.
I mean, some of them even up several different places, those mailboxes are right on the road.
we
And
had a
there's
couple of
just
them on
no-
Rigney that they got took care of.
And they put,
And
you know,
Bricklands, did they get knocked over?
Yeah.
and they're putting, you know, all these,
It's gonna make Benton spend a lot of money widening roads.
Yeah,
People just need to slow down and take it easy.
That's
They'll
right.
make it.
that's right. But people,
but
Our
whatever.
guys are almost scared to get,
I saw your post on Facebook and
I mean, he's dead serious when he wants signs put out and he wants, you know, a truck to ride along with him. Cause they've had several close calls out there on Riley Creek and Lindell Bell.
the thing is though, if you had a truck following them behind them, I mean, I don't,
They just hit the truck.
that's what I was
instead of
fixing to say.
Well,
I
that
don't know
just
what,
gives them 3 objects to have to try to.
I know
Fish
one.
around.
I don't know what the answer, I mean, but that's, yeah.
Well, if you had a truck sit on the shoulder with flashing lights, I mean, that kinda gets people's attention a little more. Unless we throw grass out on the road, that's the other thing that would tell them that they're ahead.
I was going through Warren County on Old Shovel Road the other day, and they had a truck out there with their crew, you know, 'cause that's one that you top the hill and, you know, everybody tops the hill at, well, somebody passed me going out through that way this morning, and I was probably doing 55, and they passed me like I was sitting still, and 2 or 3 more all in one pass. And, so they must have been doing at least 80.
That's how Lindell
But-
Bell is, once they get it
Just
together, they call.
Anyway, Warren County had a truck on that road, now I don't think they do on all theirs, but
You might have,
that may
yeah,
be, you know,
I could see it
certain
on
little
like
spots.
Lindell Bell and, what was that other one you said?
Riley Creek.
Blanche
Right there
Chapel.
where they're putting,
yeah.
I'll tell you what, where they're putting that new or putting them new houses
gonna be
in.
bad.
Yeah, there's gonna be some crashes right there.
Where's that at?
At the end of Thornberry,
G Road,
Oh, yeah.
Joe Denby.
right
Yeah,
through there,
yeah.
'cause they, some of them driveways right in blind, I mean,
End of Thornberry,
yeah, they done got several planted in there.
yeah.
We put,
See that big one that's way back?
yeah, it's huge. We put 16 tiles in right there,
Wow.
16 sets.
So 16 tiles you got more around, 16 will get stopped up, yeah. That's pretty, I mean,
16 more to Dodge with a bush hog.
yeah,
And I ain't done the ditching yet because they said they was gonna cut that bank back. So we just put the tiles in, you know.
yeah,
So they get up in there with their stuff.
But
Yeah, it's
anyways,
gonna be a dangerous little area right there.
traffic's getting bad.
yeah.
But I could see a truck with flashing lights right in that area and because
You know,
them
like
people come up through there, buddy, they flying.
if they're mowing up Lindell Bell Hill, if you had a truck sitting down at the bottom with flashing lights, that kinda gives them an idea.
At least warn them, yeah.
Something's ahead.
Either that or like one of them orange signs, actually setting out in the road, flashing, you know.
Oh, they don't pay no attention now. They are, well, cause we.
Sometimes they'll
put them
steal
up.
them.
Yeah, they steal them.
Sometimes we put them up, litter pick up ahead.
Yeah,
They don't pay no attention to that.
yeah, we've had them stolen off of,
There's been some mention of that to me about maybe using the guys, the jail people, to help out in the county. I think they used to.
Us?
Yeah, I think they are now. Don't we have some?
we tried it one
We
time
had
and,
some
Stole a vehicle.
on Oak Hill.
yeah, drove over the vehicle,
Cause the,
stole
cause
the
the,
vehicle.
you know, the
and
crew that
drove-
goes and picks up, you know, trash, they get inmates.
Yeah.
They're still doing that.
Yeah, they still do that, but yeah, but y'all haven't used one,
Yeah, I was thinking I'd seen it.
cause you
It's
weren't,
been a
cause you
while.
weren't in office when they,
I tried it one time and, you have to get them back in,
Where'd they go? Georgia?
you know, working 10-hour days.
They
It
went
makes it
from-
You have to get them in, about an hour
take the
before you
truck
wanna
back,
come in, so
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
just
I-
messes up
Didn't know it
too
till,
much of the evening.
we got a phone call.
Cause were you in
Very-
office or Steve?
Yeah, Steve tried it, and I think that's when they stole the
That's what I was
pickup
thinking.
truck,
I was thinking that's right before your
drove it to
time.
Kentucky or something, didn't he?
Yeah, and there was another big county truck got stolen. I didn't know if that's from here or where it was
Oh.
from. But they like not got it stopped,
That wasn't
cause
us.
you couldn't
Yeah.
spike the tires on it. It was,
I think we got some one year when we was cleaning up after a storm, ice storm or something, didn't we? To feed the
Yeah.
chipper,
Yeah.
and that's
3 years ago.
insurance people don't like it very good.
cause you got people out there that don't have a clue what they're doing.
Yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
tell you, boy, look, man, I'm a professional. I do."
Is there any plan for, Bashaw Road that connects 41? That goes by the Blanton's Chapel through there, that shortcut?
I heard they's gonna put a gate up to stop it on both ends. No, just kidding.
There's gonna be a
Oh,
big
what's the need
subdivision going in there eventually.
Yeah, on Doris.
Well, not
That's
yet.
another little old dangerous area. That road's so narrow.
Yeah, there's gonna be one on Blanton's Chapel too.
Which one?
Yeah, not
On, yeah,
Not
that's
Blanchard.
Bashaw you're talking
Bashaw
about.
Yeah.
Creek.
Hey, some of them curves,
I'm sorry,
I'm
what'd you
scared to
say?
death drive that road.
There's talks about putting another subdivision on,
Cause they blind curves down
Tell me
there.
again.
People
Bashaw
come around
Creek.
through there.
Bashaw
That's all
Creek.
metal.
40-something houses.
yeah. That'll be somewhere in the neighborhood of a mile from 41, I think. Before you drop off the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, just right there past where, what was that guy's name? They was brothers out there.
Lewis's.
It used to be,
That's across from Lewis's out there where that going, I think.
it used to be Gilly Farm.
No.
Gilly had it rented there for a while.
I know
There
who
was
he's
like
talking
three
about.
brothers. One
Yeah.
lived there on, 41 built a new brick house.
Yeah.
And then one lived, go down, Black Chapel Road, lived there right after you pass that big old field up in there. Well, good night.
Beatty's.
Huh?
Beatty's.
Beatty's, yeah. I think that's where that subdivision going, where Beatty Farm used to be.
Beautiful farm.
Yeah,
Who owns that now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So I guess when they said our next meeting date, if I looked at it right, July 2nd. Yeah. 3:00 here at the Administrative Plaza. Any other business?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Arliss, seconded by Jeff. All in favor, say aye. Or adjourn till July.
Are you
Started
telling the
picking
truth
up
or
any of
July?
that wood yet?